Alright. Let's hope I can stream tonight. Weather has been a little iffy, and that's been messing with my internet. Hopefully nothing happens. Nothing triggers anything, nothing offsets anything, nothing disconnects, nothing slows, lags, or anything. Just concerned, because I tried to stream earlier, things were not looking great. It's probably because the weather was being terrible. I did play a little bit off stream. Filled most of the map. And got all of the ether currents in the zone, minusing the ones of the quest. Obviously. So things have been stable. Still have absolutely no idea what's going on. Oh, right. So I did earn yesterday. I was like, oh, all I did was earn the pants anyway. No, I earned the swords. The pants that were dropped, I did win in the roll, but I got the actual weapons from the dungeon. And I am loving these. So, let's... Alright, if my stream decides to cut out for whatever reason during a cutscene, I am just immediately disconnecting myself so I can redo that scene again when I'm able to. That looks like the train station, doesn't it? That must be Usalani Station, where the passengers disembarked. Then perhaps we'll find someone to talk there. Let's go and investigate. Let me constantly looking to my right and left. Keep an eye on my own stream. For when it might possibly disconnect. Just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, I have all the aetherites here. I probably should have just teleported. I do have a bit of a theory, though, that it's been only technically 3 days since the bubble was put up. So I think the inside here is actually having its time separated from the main flow. Which is why they were able to put up all these things so fast, including this massive tower. Tower disc city thing. That's a theory of mine. I don't know. All I've done is explore the area, and it looks like shit. Like it's been partially, destroyed, which of course it has because it's been invaded. I'm pretty sure this is Usalani Station, but from the state of it, I swear it was abandoned years ago. Nope. Let's not. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. See, because last time I streamed, I came here and immediately attuned to the aetherite. But, like, the place looks dilapidated. Speaking of the word dilapidated. The building is a rotting husk. It has clearly been many years since anyone lived here. You find a train turntable. The thick layers of rust suggest it hasn't been used in years. Yeah, see, this is why I say that inside the bubble, time is accelerating rapidly, as opposed to if you would, like, isolate a point in time. Well, we'll know once I investigate further and actually get a concrete answer. The tracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for a long while. Is that a player? Oh, that's a one of the drones. Finished poking around, have you? Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. It's one of the mechanical soldiers, long since broken apparently. But I'd say its presence is confirmed that presence confirmed this is indeed Saraj's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? Actually, everything looks like it's old. So all evidence suggests this is Yusilani Station. Aye, and I've no doubt we're in Yusilani, but I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. When new structures deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash, I don't know better. I'd say time flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? We haven't encountered this phenomena before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects they are similar to one another, but in others wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. But if this is Yusilani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions, but if everyone says this is Yusilani, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Ehrenvel. Yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Then let's head there next. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. Sorry, for always robotic voices. May I be of assistance? It's still functioning? Doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirm. Seems it's broken after all. 2 strains by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Are those lightning rods? Oh! Oh, well, technically, we already had a Final Fantasy X reference in the Eden raids with the Thunder Plains when we used to make Ramuh, but this is also reminiscent of the Thunder Plains. Would you accompany Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Look there. The lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures yonder. The signs suggest it's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. Hey, I know those guys. They're from Final Fantasy XII. Well, I mean, they could probably be in 11, but I've only ever seen them in 12. Its material is the same as those used in the mechanical soldiers and warships. On close inspection, it appears to be fine etchings, rather reminiscent of arcane runes. These, I suspect, are not merely decorative, but posit they are used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I should share the observation with you, Stola. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with ink paths. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. What in the world?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Hi.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows.
The Final Fantasy IX music.
Sorolcha has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolcha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Huh?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Huh?
Queen of Reason?
Let me guess, Sorolcha's the King of Resolve.
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps
The fucking music! Classic? Oh man, now I want to play Final Fantasy IX again.
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a king of resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you're both behind the attack on Tuliyollal.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorulja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yassolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliyollal suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliyollal. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorulja, We need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolal?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zeralja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
Oh my god, the mechanical soldiers. They're the black mages from 9.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
Excuse me, but isn't it a little odd for a queen to be by her lonesome out here?
Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course. But you do strike me as the most capable here.
Flattery gets you nowhere, Your Highness. But thank you. Uh-oh. Oh, thought I was gonna sneeze. I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust it just like that, right? And the way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere proclaiming herself queen is suspicious. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene as well. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Terral? They're completely different from ours. I got no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Terrali have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue employing. But the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of the electrope has us allowed to fortify buildings here and provide what nature cannot. Electro what? Electrope. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. A topic for another time, perhaps. If you would follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. If it's raining a lot, I sure as heck ain't feeling it. Another bot. Hey, she's and he got the little devices on their heads. The Final Fantasy IX music.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen's Fiend? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Namachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can. Even the most trifling details.
They all have the devices.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
But she doesn't have the device.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve, Wuk-Lamat, and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people, and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young. Ah, where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Popone? That has a Tonawautan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Pepone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years?
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
More like 30 years in the future.
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago.
30 years. Okay, well that's good, man. You know, Vieira live long lives. So he is... It's been a possible shift of 2 generations. But it's only... The only ones who would actually know anything would be the Shatona.
Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
So he's been around for 30 years. Meanwhile, not a day has gone by.
Years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
So I guess a day out there is 10 in here. Because it appeared, 1 day went by, then we built a train and that was another 2 days. So that was 3 days. And this has been here for 30 years. Oh, well. Okay, maybe not. I guess in the time that it did appear, 30 years passed. This is just getting confusing.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence.
Thank you, Graha. My math is wrong.
Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Do you suppose time is still passing faster in here?
I was able to make contact with Y'shtola not long ago via link pearl, so that shouldn't be cause for concern. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the 2 planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information.
Okay, so Zoralja went through the gate, 30 years passed, and then the dome was erected. I think. And then timelines.
Would it be alright if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
And then the times converge with the appearance of the dome.
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
I bet she's a robot.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care.
Her eyes are too big and she doesn't have a device on her head.
Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
Calling it now, I bet you she's a robot.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
Electrop has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but hasn't replaced everything. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. You went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for Tarali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there are no equivalent, but these can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Tarali have learned a great deal from one another. I'm sure there's much you wish to learn as well, so please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. That looks important, because it's got the infinity symbol on it. Also her chest piece. See if I can get a good zoom in before her character model vanishes. That, which, using the little dagger of my Viper meter, poking it. This looks familiar. I swear I've seen something like it before, I just can't put my finger on it. Rather than bore you with the lengthy explanations, let's head back to the farm we passed earlier. Yupe's Halo, as we call it. We can also speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're up to Yupe's Halo. I said it fine before, and the second time just throws me off. Ugh, gemstone and triple triad. Allow me to introduce you to the Mahuswa, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in mere and farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what allowed this place to flourish. Queen Spain, to what do I owe the sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's alright. So, the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What matter a host would be to deny them a look around, and I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here? You know me too well, Mahaswa. I thought to seize the opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have permission, so please, walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead, I'll keep Sveen company. Don't misunderstand, I'm not the suspicious type. But given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wukalamat's watchful eye. Pray, come find us after you've seen and had your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. Hey, they got dodos. Pewy. You're saying that you and your visitors from beyond the barrier. That true? Yeah. We're coming to investigate. So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with my life here in Alexandria. Aside of that side, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at Yuppei's Halo, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Then the animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow too attached. So it's a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job's a job. Well, I need to get back to it, but it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the Queen. Oh, an unfamiliar face. I guess it's your first time on site, Ed. Yeah, I'm just asking a few questions around. Well, this here's the storehouse, or rather, the entrance. The real storehouse is underground, which is more spacious and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild bees from wandering inside, so it makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. And we got a few bounds there for emergencies. Our parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electropes complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. Work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. Up the tower, huh? Levels appear to be fine. As for the power source, you wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields mostly, watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. It really took some time until I fully understand how best to carry out my duties. I'll manage the lambs to be used in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and the sky being what they are, and shooting a rich harvest makes for constant work, but honestly I enjoy how involved the process is. But my parents being Alexandrian, didn't grow up knowing much about farming, but every day is an opportunity to do and grow. I see, don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would be hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for not failing to notice your turn. I gather you had your fill of speaking with farmers. Let's return to Mausa. Well, what are your impressions on the farm? I was amazed that everyone loves their work. A curious observation. Do you not love your own work? Oh, I jest. Sure that the people of the outskirts seem most fulfilled. Always, they take their duties with good cheer. And what did you think of our little tour, Lamachi? What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies, I heard the others call you that by name and I thought... No, it's fine. As you said, we have no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. The machines could be used to overcome such harsh environment. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling's understandable. Indeed, in many ways, we find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. Happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taking water that's had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures may have charged up the energy, and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We could take care of it if you like. That is most gracious of you to offer. But it's much too dangerous. Oh no, it's no trouble for the Bout of Resolve of Tuliolal. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, the people are in need of help. I want to help. Simple as that. And Niran is even stronger than I am. Shouldn't take us long at all. Then very well, I gratefully accept, but please take all care. You'll have to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged beans on our own. Good hunting. Ah, a thunder spirit. Prepare to get spirited and thundered. Ah, you're both alright, thank goodness. You really needn't worry so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried, you're my dear guest. But thank you, we truly appreciate this. Indeed, with this, we won't have to ask the Royal's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction for the people's protection. Thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen Speen. That's enough, Mosa. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. But to speak of the king now... No, she's right. He's never one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folks here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never fail to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Speen. That I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. Oh, shit. Yeah, my phone should have enough to charge. I forgot I was literally charging it. Haha, for you to be called that, I tried to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Wah, 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 wah. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts? I dare say your friends will have returned by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. Do you hear that? Hear what? Well, I don't hear nothing.
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
Time for what?
I'm glad you could make it.
Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you.
It is her.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right. What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
Living on in memory. The Giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
Damn.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower.
I mean, like, the Crystal Tower is big, but it's not that big, because you're moving like an entire piece of a continent.
In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's innocuous influence.
Did it protect them from a rejoining?
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphyn's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder. Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
He killed the old one, I assume.
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep, anyway.
What was that about?
Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Alright, guys, come on.
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
Oh god, are those things taking people's memories of people away so they don't feel sad? And oh god, man, we're fucking also getting fucking Type 0 shit into this.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
Oh my god, everything's stored in the cloud now.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
The cloud. Makes sense. Everyone stays happy because no one remembers someone who's dead. You get over your grief in a literal heartbeat. What's going on? How could Popolny suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing happen to the others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aetheryte. Oh, hey, Alala. An old woman by the name of Namika. Afraid I don't know the person. Sorry, couldn't be of any help. Same swap and dissension. So it seems that's the card he drops. Okay, one more. One more. Just one more. Just one more. If he doesn't drop the card, I'll get it later. I'm going first, huh? Damn. A draw is not a win. Now I got the lunar freight. I'm going first again. Alright, you know what? Bamboozling. Oh my god. Can the computer be a little bit dumber? Great, basically stole my best card. And I'm going first again. You know what? Eh. Really? I thought the same would kick in. I guess not. Oh, nice. Dropped a card. The Century R8 card. Man, I'm running out of room. It's a merchant nowhere. Wait, maybe. Do I recall caring for someone until recently? And you said it was a woman named Namika? Well, I can't say for certain if it's her, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. What's that? Do I know a Namika? Never met anyone by that name. I worked on the outskirts for a good while now. If you spent time here, I'd remember. Why bother remembering someone when you could have it uploaded to the cloud and have that remember for you? Titanium gold falchion. Wait, let me guess. Oh, those are ninja weapons. Oh no, it's these weapons. Wait. Okay, I thought that would look a little bit better. Maybe the gunbreaker. Wait, no. Sell that, sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that, and that. Give it the carrots. Alright. Cleared up some room. So it was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory of her was purged from their minds. While such a thing might be done with magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none in that moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Papone seemingly forgot, a light in his device began to blink. Could there be a connection? Could someone also said about a soul cells? But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we will only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't really solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for Kokisha instead. Sphene said let's try the Thunder Yards. Should be in this direction. Wait, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh, I mean, I guess it speaks normally, but it is a machine. Ah. Impossible. Oh, almost dropped the cup. Hmm? Another kind of maybe I won't speak with the Robo Cup. It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. Might be worth asking some questions. And Velo, you're right. You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try and track it down. I think I know why it's called the Thunder Yards. This is where the lightning towers catch the lightning. Sorry, catch the thunder. Well, we can't use thunder planes because it was already used. So I bet if they... That voice, could it be? You found it? Yeah, and I gave it a mean look. Sent it running. Up there. To the northeast. Then it has bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. Okay, so I have this unlocked because this was all clouded. So when I got Aether Currents over here, I thought I had to make my way all the way up here, walk through the tunnel, come out the other side. This is when I was getting the 8th occurrence. Also, there was one in here. I heard a faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone, but we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. I can hear them. Several people up ahead. Can't make out their conversation in the echo. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard.
What is this?
Ironville!
She's got a gun! They all have guns!
A trap?
Oh, surprise face.
It really is you!
Hello, what's up? Dommy Dom.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light, and I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Olympia!
It's going fine.
My darling, what now?
Arenville, is this your mom? Wow, that thing's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Fussy little bun bun? Ah! I am never letting you live that name down, Arenville. You are never gonna be living that name down. How long have I been streaming for? Long enough. Fussy little bun bun.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Thank you.
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Gulu Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ellen Espierre was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope.
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
No, I'm not doing that well.
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in. Friends of my Ellen Espierre are always
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
If it needs more, I'll improve it myself. Well, they got a radio going on here? I'll assume that. Oh, I take it back. Geode nostalgia. Oh. Oh, I like the song. I like it a lot. Okay, but why is she like this? As far as I can tell, that is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask. We'll need to ask her. Let's hear what she has to say. No. You're not the first, you're not going to be the last. Oh god, okay, so spirited, high voiced. It's so wonderful to meet you all. Oh, maybe I should. Nah, I won't talk into the cup. And the students of Baldesion. It's been a while since I heard that name. Not interested in your art. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this? It's just a body I can control remotely. I use this for our operations. When members of the resistance organization Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zarolja's ambition for conquest. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see, whimsical appearance notwithstanding, your serious cause. Because I don't want any. Yes, I can see the chat. Right you are! Truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm not going to get into this. I'm afraid not. That was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to the members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zarolja. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electro-technology, and that we don't wear is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. First, as the name suggests, is regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people are walking around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packed in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. No. Souls are as a common resource and payment for services rendered. The Void's End practice of consuming others for ether comes to mind, and similarly I expect that the act comes with some risk. Wouldn't that dilute your sense of self? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Navaki's existence. Oh my god. I'm gonna say this one more time. The answer remains no. Regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being that the regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It is a kindness bestowed upon the people by the Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer to pay their loss. This is type 0 bullshit! So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators, and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It is then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Oh man, we're having a hard time trying to make sure that souls and memories stay together. Meanwhile, these guys are just separating them willy-nilly. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forevermore. Forever. I don't know why I said forevermore. And this is why the people are happy here. On its surface, it's similar to the Yakui's philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terribly personal. So terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world 100 years ago. Oh. Wait, so... Are they part of a reflection that was destroyed, or one that's... Ugh. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electrope devices as a means to save what lives they could so the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Torali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people has always been free to go without them if they so wish. Sphene didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Oh, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested that we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also says she wants to help us stop Sorolsha. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. I really need the orchestrion role of that. Like, bad. Any, quests popped up? No, not yet. Everyone here? Good! It is the responsibility of the Thunder Yards hunters to pell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of the hunters. Grisha, what are you doing here, and with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assume they're wearing special regulars like Queen Fiend's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. Oh, so she has one too, but it's her crown. It must be dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If any should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there really isn't much to see. Kakisha said you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. And the yard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? But the facilities are vital to the upkeep of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to keep a deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we were compensated for our work. Perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. Selection of souls. I brought this lot here to see the danger you speak of. It's not too much trouble to ask. Of course, in which case it'd be ashamed to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You can all handle yourselves in a fight, right? Because if you cause a ruckus, slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance we'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can? Fussy little bun bun. Really must leave the fighting to you. My fussy little bun bun was never good at any fighting, and this body of mine isn't suited to it either. We'll leave this work in your capable hands. You fussy little bun bun. Ooh, Charge Bolt Hound. You are going to give me something bigger to deal with. Catoblepus. This one will do nicely. We'll help you. It's fine, really. I'll face worst. Just watch. Don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out. Ugh. Preserve. She needs healing. Huh, that was embarrassing. Bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. Told you not to worry. This'll only take a moment. I could do that. My monk was leveled up. Just like Zaralja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator? I think I understand how Zarolja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa. But I'm not sure what I saw there in the end. As soon as the regulator turned red, as if you were possessed, your movements became like beast-like. Don't tell me you've empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. Reminder of the serpentine soldier we encountered at the Vanguard who did the same. Ah, so you crossed paths to one of the king's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same, in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of peoples and those of beasts. The souls can be used to grant the user souls of people can be used to grant the user pre-natural super strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about these souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of a chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral as you saw with Striker. Using several at the same time at once, however, could result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, you become more beast than man. Changing won't fall through the souls of other beings. It becomes more and more reminiscent of void scent. Yet unlike the void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It's indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps most shocking is that technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilizations in Reflections are surprising indeed. Emmett's own words. While we all have our thoughts on souls, for now the important thing is we know what power Saralja has at his disposal. It's one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer Tuliolaw's concern. With this newfound power, Saralja has become a threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. Ooh, do I have a new title? The Dome Breaker. But I'm gonna keep Sunforged. Cake! I trust you gained insight into the use of souls in Alexandria? It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. But I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. For now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate... There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head back into the tunnel. Okay, I got a side quest popped up here. Does that mean... Yes! We can already get started on trying to fly. Pardon me, adventurer, but am I trouble you to lend me your aid? I found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we sent a soldier and asked to test out its improved combat functionality. I started to take it on the patrol, but not long afterwards, I lost contact with him completely. Those signals weak out there, but I can't help but worry something might have gone terribly wrong. Look at you, can handle yourself a fair share of danger. Yes, could you go out to the yard to see if you can find them for me? Why do you talk like that? I may have had a bit of a stroke. I was talking like this ever since that day. Oh, Charlotte, what am I to do with you? I keep telling you to take a hunter with you when you leave town. Well, if it isn't Her Majesty's guest, enjoy a return of Yupai's halo? So that even helps set the water distribution systems to the rights. I could really use someone in charge of your talents right now. The woman in charge of that very farm just left the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something, but that's no reason to put herself in danger. As I heard, she was seen walking the hill to the east of the farm. Could you go make sure she's alright? Sure. Oh, what a relief. You look like a young Shatona, you're looking for a young Shatona by the name of Shaloxi. Now, off you go and think about you, dear. Oh, and thank you, dear. I get the feeling I might return to town, so I'm gonna do these quests and then continue the story quest. Oh, looks like a system malfunction. Oh, you saved my life. Oh, there, I thought I had to use my regulator. Now, if someone down an adventurer like you just happened to pass through, researcher sent you to find me, did he? Right back, explain what happened. You may as well come join me. Joe, I want to know you're safe. You alright? Ah, got to be good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could have really died there. Thanks for your help, by the way. So, what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? Your aunt sent me after you. Auntie Naquette sent you after me? That makes two people. Just saved my life then. Would you mind coming with me, Sierra? Want her to know I'm safe and grateful besides. Oh yeah, I wonder. That's portraits. Still 800. And how many of those crystals do I have already? Only 3. Okay. Oh hey, players. It's been a while. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolal and Alexandria. And while Zaroja knows everything about us, we hardly know anything of what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower ever keep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we worked with Kakisha and their people. Kakuisha. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We only just met them, I know. We should be quick to trust. The fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zaroja. Sphinx 2 claims to be at odds with the King Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Arenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Speen may feel, she's the ruler of these nations. There's a greater risk in working with her. No less reason to take her at her word. A fair point, and knowing Zaroja, we would assume that his arrangement with Speen was not made with some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we would get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tulio alone. As you say, we have no proof it's really Kakwisha, but I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. I mean, dude, she has her laugh. She called you by your real name. She called you her fussy little bun. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zarasha for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts honed from your time training under your mother. I just want to drink water. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? Well, if it's trapped, then we deal with it when it's sprung. That's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Hee, fussy little bun. Please stop calling me that. No. And it's settled. We head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Yeah, you guys are ready to hide in a heartbeat. We showed up and you guys were like, oh, I couldn't hide behind this, but still. Kaklisha, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zaralsha. Oh, shock expression. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow to resolve, it falls to me to bring them to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zaralsha. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize this is sudden, and that it's a gamble to trust someone you have only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how can we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun. He's all the reason I need. That is decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Please stop laughing. No. Thank you, Kakwisha. Everyone, together we will achieve great things. I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zaralsha's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides in the uppermost level. But while the queen's fiend has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to the information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it would only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zaralja may eventually march on Tuliolal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents will be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Koona, who vested him in the right to succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant. He won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm? If we won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. You sure about this? Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in the confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Koona instead. He'll attack Tuliolal again like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolal requires Zaralja to lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. But if we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare the defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Y'shtola, and I'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave the vanguard to us. We'll send word the first sign of movement. I'll be right back. I gotta look at something. Sorry, thought I heard something outside. 'Twas nothing but the wind. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zaralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and if he begins to familiarize ourselves with technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Wow, we're hiding right under their nose. Hiding in a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Speen said she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did. Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall, her words that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geode, leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia, Nostalgia and Wayawake. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayawake is a Tonawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our mother's Tulio Lawland, and our father's Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. Oh. They're beautiful names. So thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope he'd be released. But when months went by with no word about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard! Even here he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion, hoping to get justice for our father. We joined the Order. Sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. Like, you know then he's been killed because no one else but you remembers him. No, I appreciate you sharing. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while my name's Tonawatan, while mine is a Tonawatan name, I have the faintest as how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes, our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, everyone is so nice, you'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet the others at back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they all have good hearts and all. Ah, and then Sophia, one last thing. Exactly my place to say it, but thank you for seeking out Kokisha. She talks about you so much. It's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, I'll let you go for now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Meanwhile, in Everkeep, thousands of miles away. Uh-oh. I think this is the cloud.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wublamart bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse.
Technically, you didn't even beat him. He beat you, killed you, your device brought you back, and then you cheated.
Uklamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
Yeah, it was 8v... Was it 8? It was 8v1, dude. You went one-on-one.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
What now?
Right. So Keisha is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Huh. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, they say it rains a lot here, and I was like, man, it's not raining. It should never rain. And now it's raining. The hunter told me everything from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for saying such switch acting. The soldiers require energy gathered from lightning, and yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Apparently, it took a nasty result on the odds when berserk. Honestly, why would they think of a defensive output when it could be considered? Everything's glaring flaw in design. Rest assured, the engineer in charge will hear all about the semi report. Sorry for the trouble. Hopes to make small tokens of compensation. Oh, welcome back, dear. Can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a gal. You're not a child anymore, Shallow. Act your age. Now, what would you say to the kind stranger who saved your life? I know I've already told you once before, but thank you truly. I'm Shaloki, and I'm here in charge of Yupea's Halo. To tell the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I used to be an electrical engineer, but for some reason the government reassigned me. I am Nakente, the farm's coin keeper, or resident nag, depending on who you might ask. Let me get your name, hero. Ah, my name is Naren Lucifaris. Naren rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? It's a name you best not forget, Shallow. You'd be dead were it not for him. Now, why in the world would you leave the city on the outskirts all by yourself? You're actually a strange of late. It's clear you're hiding something, so what is it? There really is no getting past anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain, but you have to keep it a secret for now, alright? Truth is, I noticed the farm's harvests have been shrinking year over year, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. The staff are all doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain the equipment is all in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readouts are totally normal. You must construct additional pylons. But I know there's a problem. The longer we wait, the worse it'll get. In a few years, the crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. That sounds serious, and I appreciate you're taking the initiative to solve it. Don't worry about you, Shallow. Can't have you putting your life in danger. Aaron, would you really be able to look into the matter? Uh-huh. Outside of yourself, your idea of normal is different from ours. Our kind of fresh set of eyes will be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I can certainly use an unbiased perspective. Would you please help me, Niren? Why not? Count on me. Right then. Well, that's settled. I think what you two need now is a good meal. I've seen your auntie Nakente will fix you some fresh veggies. Oh, fuck yeah. Mesquite juice. This is the first time someone's like, here's a reward, and let me fix you dinner. Okay. No other questies. No other questies for the besties. Ah, there you are. If Queen Smeen has registered you as guest, you should be able to march right on in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zaruja's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Smeen has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified. Registered number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified, verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen's Fiend. Oh, what a relief. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Wow.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Wow. People are wearing the PvP gear.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zeralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore.
I had a feeling you'd be king.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Someone sounds excited.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Kalanaspir, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Oh.
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Oh, no, I'm the exact same way. Oh, this is like a full-on city. Wait. If this is a full-on city, what's left? Towers inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. True View, Neostein, the Arcadion. Hey, wait a second. Isn't that the name of the raid? Residential sector. Solution 9 housing 1. Resolution. Yeah, I bet. Wow. Okay, so I guess, well, obviously this isn't the Golden City. It's not gold, for starters. Splish. Oh, you got some coffee? Can I get some coffee? Do. Alright, let's get the big one. Oof. Ugh, at Crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go first. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Do. Ugh, my eyes.
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
I guess this is daytime? Oh, it's bright.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zoralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zoralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But, unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be there alongside her.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, I can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Had a bit of a delay there. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say I'm really grateful. The place is so vast and confusing, I don't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near the ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as we're right here, I'll show you to the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. There's a Moogle in here. Bow, 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 bow. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you observed. This arcade makes it possible for the people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing! How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. You see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. It was spare some walkings. Also, are they made of that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore integrated into it is just everything just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electro can be used to convert lightning energy to those of the other elements. In doing so, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups to keep your drink warm. Ooh, excuse me. Can you make your drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? You certainly can! Our vending machines do just that! What's more, multiple energies can be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, manipulating the air within wind while projecting light with lightning is possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with the electrope. Such a wondrous material exists in our world. I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. Sus. The shop over here, what does it sell? Ah, yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you'll find it interesting. Does it have my artifact armor? Oh, great. I'm hearing the crafters. Oh, what? Oh, I thought these were like tablets or something. I guess these are snacks. This shop sells food. There are items on the counter. Those are items. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky for you all to have Your Majesty treat you. Oh, that's a girl. Or is it a guy? I can't tell. Items on display are most popular. I recommend one that is your first time. It's a guy. Oh. Okay, a slab of pink hexagons. The synthetic fruit pellets, they're our best approximation of the taste and texture of a grape. Oh my god. Remember the squapes. For they have now become hexagonal. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. No. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. The paper's sublime blend of sweet and salty and stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. Keen on the perfect meal ball, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this than taking the multiple meals. Okay, I don't like how it keeps, like, asking me. And it starts on no, because I almost switch it to just hit yes. Ah, yes. It's a salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help you or efforts to slim down. Ah, so it's a V8. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a slight more affordable. This particular product is known as the Gold Label. It's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Man, I really want to try the squapes. Can I just get them all? Oh, try the squapes. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have to go with the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. So, would you mind sampling your selections here now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great time to learn about Alexandrian culture. Nirin, let's dig in. Give me the hexagonal squapes. Alright, here we go. Following Wuklamot's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavors similar like Ronique, and these spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest. Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? It's interesting. I'm gonna join Wuklamat. It's fantastic. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. It does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliolaf first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embrace our differences. Alright, what about you, Sveen? Aren't you going to his house? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. She's a robot! I'm calling it! She's a freaking robot! Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better? Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Huh. Is it such a difficult question? I mean, I guess. I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you needn't laugh about it. Oh my god. That one also has blue skin. Does Zabralja have a kid? I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part, so I can't. But it's in part, so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you've seen enough here, and we'll make our way. I guess this is where everyone's getting the bike. What? Let me on! Also, can we get the Tesla? What's this? A little squirrel dude. Do I just like... Whoa! Okay, so this is where the materia vendors are. Wait, that's it? Geronimo! Alright, well, I guess this is where everyone gets the bike. It is 7.5 million gil. What the hell? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can afford it, but I'm not gonna blow all my gil on a bike. Not until I at least have double the amount. Ready then? Let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I'll be glad to tell you about many places of interest that we come upon. Oh, I want to buy more. Ooh, it's a coffee place. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tuliola, there's a similar establishment called the Deer. That's a seashell in local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's Hyun, who resembles some of the Tonawata, the tall and graceful Edite, and the diminutive and affable Milala. When they gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Torelli dish and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. She's a robot. We'll make it happen once we restore peace to Tuliola. Right, let's continue on. She's a robot. She can't eat food. She's a robot. I'm calling it. Yoshi, when am I gonna get my drink coffee emote? When am I gonna get /coffee? And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, just for about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Unless you wonder, I'm here to visit someone. Their apartment is in the building on the left here at the residential radius 914. Haha, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 14. Residential radius? That's right, come to the doors open automatically. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see, and what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they will be glad to assist. Is that so? I've no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Speen, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regular usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. That includes those you just met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. Truly grateful. Current location, residential lobby, residential radius 914, section 2. Visitors must be equipped with a regulator or present valid visitor permit. This is a place a mother and son live here. These apartments are big. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today, is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourselves at home. Oh. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Speen visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. Wait, he's got Levin sickness, which is a severe imbalance towards lightning ether. Hey, hold on. I think I might have a cure for that. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. Glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those with who met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. This illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though: the excess of lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases have risen dramatically in these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy, for your mother and for me. Sounds like he has a severe imbalance of ether, and boy howdy do I know someone with a flying pig that could probably fix that. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. I can just go in whenever I want. The illness is part of life in Alexandria. I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. Make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. You know, hold on a sec. I want this. And the Roomba. Oh my god, actual TVs. Sorry, kid, I'm exploring your house and touching your Alexa. Okay, but hold on. If you mean to tell me that these people are so advanced, they found a way to recycle souls, which is kind of fucked up if you ask me. But they can't figure out the cure for 11 sickness, which just sounds like it's an ether imbalance, which it clearly is. Which all we really need is Angelo to fix that. Ooh, new weapon. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have your duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, the place called Resolution. To reach it, we need to go by the way of Lane Node 9, where the Aether Eye is situated. I'm too cheap to walk. Look, there's even a weather robot. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where the Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its direction, and it's just like a pair on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Niren. Ooh, someone's doing G poses. Wow. This is also giving me Final Fantasy 13-2 vibes, like the futuristic place, Arcadia, I think it was called. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. I think I'm going to wrap this quest up and call it for tonight.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing.
I bet you the only reason that there's even an invasion happening was, of course, you know, Zaralza being the massive dick that he is. But also because Alexandria is running out of souls.
There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
No, I'm keen to learn too.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world.
Oh. They're from a world that's already suffered a calamity and a rejoining. I think it was... No, first was wind, then came lightning.
According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation. Electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed Electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions
and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge.
For the 13th, it was the Contra Memoria.
As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Man, I'm put to mind like the flood of light. Just like the flood of darkness. I'm just gonna go with sounds like an awful lot like an umbral calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Dick.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents. I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right. I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Because...
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
The decline of birth is because you're not letting the cycle of life continue. You're just hoarding the souls. The ether is running out.
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things. Restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
Interruption. Beep. Boop.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Okay, she could have just waited 5 seconds for the robot to walk away. Look, it's already walking away. You can tell us now.
Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiola.
I'd like that very much.
I don't think it's going to happen. I smell death upon you, woman.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
My people need souls, so I'll take your souls. What was Sven wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, I can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now and should probably go on to Kakisha's meeting point. We'll be back the way we came, I think. Oh, right, so that building there, that's right next to the name of my FC. That's the Arcadian. That's gonna be the raid place. I think it becomes available next week? Sven genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Okay, yeah, these are kind of better. But how do they look? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I can't dye them though. Oh, but they look so cool. Nice. Alright, but that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm tired. And there's still plenty more to do. Good night, everybody.